This is Cheyenne Valentine, back today again with a new episode. Today's episode is something I want to discuss with women, and something that's been on my mind. I've noticed a lot of this in my everyday life and on YouTube, and so it's something that needs to be talked about. So women, we really need to stop age shaming each other. It seems like there's a battle or competition against younger women and older women. And when I say younger and older, I just mean people who are younger than each other and people who are older than each other. And so before I get into this, I'm going to talk about, I have issues with both age groups, younger women and older women. Let me also say we have this issue in society, this age thing. We put labels on people because of their age. We put limitations on people because of their age, whether they're young or old. We do this, and men and women do this. But I want to talk about women, because women, I think, do this a little bit more, and more when it comes to each other. Men talk about each other's age and call each other old and young, but I think when they do it, it's not as malicious. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. When we do it, it's to hurt the other woman. We age shame each other to hurt each other, to put each other down and make ourselves feel better. Women do this to each other a lot. Now, I will say men partake in this because men tend to like what they call young, pretty women, and in some cases, some men do not want to date women their own age. So they make women, as we mature, sometimes feel insecure about our looks and insecure about our age, because they are going after women. They don't want to date women their own age. At some point, they want to get women that are younger than them. But that's not a reflection on us women. It's a reflection on them, because they're as some men get older, they start feeling like they don't have it no more. They feel they don't look the same, and to feel young again, they will get a younger woman, as opposed to women their age. It makes them feel quote unquote old. That's not the woman's fault though. That's an insecurity that he has, and he's projecting onto you. I just want to say that real quick. So let's get into it. Women using age to attack each other is disgusting. I'm sick of it, and we need to mature. Our consciousness needs to raise, because this is pathetic. And so I'm going to get on young women and older women. Both of you all about to get this work, because I see hypocrisy and bullshit in both scenarios, and I'm just going to break down both people's perspective and hear the video all the way out, because I'm going to start with younger women and I'm going to end with older women. But no matter what, you're gonna get hit with these bullets no matter what, because you are an age. You're not dead, okay? So you have an age. So you either gonna fit in the younger or older. And let me say this before I begin: unless you are, let's say 3 months old, unless you are a day old, or unless you are 120 years old, and even then you might have someone that's older than you. And I'm gonna say this again: unless you are a 1 day year old, or unless you are 104 or 120, and even then, like I said, somebody might be older than you. Somebody, ladies, is going to be younger or older than you. Repeat this again: I don't care what age you are. Okay, someone is either going to be younger than you, or another woman is going to either be younger than you or older than you. So what is the point of bringing up somebody's age? What is the point of using age to shame somebody? It's really irrelevant. But let's get into it. So there's really no need for you to talk about someone's age, call somebody old, or call somebody young and dumb, or call somebody old and washed up, how y'all do, because you're gonna get older one day, and at one point you were young now, or you were young, and you know how I felt to be called young and dumb, and how people would think that you didn't know anything. So nobody is in any position to talk about anybody, because like I said, someone is going to either be older than you or younger than you. So if you're in this position where, oh, I'm young and I'm the shit, and you're old and washed up, okay, so if you're 25, there's someone younger than you, ma'am. There's women who are 19, 18, 17, 15, 20. They're younger than you, so they can call you old and washed up. Okay, no matter if you're in my age, 34. Yeah, I'm younger than a 40 or 50 or 60-year-old, but I'm still older than a 25-year-old or 26-year-old or 23-year-old, and they can age shame me and call me old and washed up. You see how this goes? And to older women, while you're looking down younger women, let's be honest, some of you probably wish you were young again. Some of you are bitter about some stuff. And when you were younger, you didn't like nobody calling you young, dumb, and full of calm, and calling you stupid and feeling like you don't know anything. Okay, so let's break this down, because both age groups are getting on my fucking nerves, and they need to be addressed. Okay, so let's talk about younger women. Let's start with you guys. When I say younger, I just mean the women who like to talk about women who are older than them. So you can be, usually the women in their 20s and early 30s do this. Now I'm 34, but usually women, but pretty much up until about 35. I've seen women up to maybe 37 talking shit about women who are older than them. I'm going to say, so up until about 37. So 37 on down is the age range when women tend to want to talk about older women, but especially 35 on down, or 30 or 36 on down. I like to talk about women who are older than them. So let's get into you women. And I'm 34. So first thing I want to say to young women who like to age shame women, because I have seen women on YouTube call, whenever they are arguing with a woman who happens to be older than them, I notice what women do. They try to attack her age and call her old and washed up. Now, this is what women normally do. If you're a nice looking woman and they feel you're pretty and they can't compete with you look wise, then they're going to go to your age. Oh, well, yeah, she's pretty, but she's old. You're old and washed up. The way Jocelyn, you know, Love and Hip Hop used to do Mimi. Keep calling her old, calling her auntie and all this dumb shit. Okay, so let's get into it. Do you think you're going to stay young forever? Are you gonna stay young forever? That's all I want. That's all I want to know. You're gonna stay young forever. So just understand, you're getting older every fucking year. Every year you wake up and you breathe oxygen. Okay, you're getting older. So just know your day is coming to be called, quote unquote, old and washed up. Okay, you know, it's coming. It's coming. Okay, just sit there and let that marinate. It's fucking coming. So there is no need for you to shame a woman who's older than you, because your day is coming for somebody to shame you. And do you want to be treated like that? Do you want to feel as you get older that you're not good enough? Do you want to feel that you're not beautiful? Do you want to feel like that you can't measure up? Do you want to get replaced by a woman who's younger than you? Because understand, you might be 22 or 23 right now. Okay, but even then, you are going to get older each year and someone's going to be younger than you. And let me tell you a quick story about me. When I was 20, the reason why I don't get upset about someone if they was to say I was old because I'm 34, nothing like that. The reason I don't get upset, because I was being called old at 23. And it's not because I looked old. It was because at the time I was hanging out with women who were 5 years young. Let them say maybe 4 years younger than me. And that was a mistake. And so what I learned from that, like, we were hanging. I had a friend, I think at the time we met at the gym, and she was 4 years younger than me. And I noticed that we would hang out, a couple of her friends who was her age, they said, oh, you know, they thinking I'm the same age as them. And they said something to her. She said, oh no, she's old. She's older than us. She's older. She just kept saying she's older. And one time she wanted to use my ID to get into a party because I was over 21 and her and her friends weren't, and I just heard her telling another friend, oh no, she's older, she's old, not old, but she's older, we could use her idea, she'll get looking for us. And I'm like, hold on, so y'all, you know, you using me as a fucking I don't know what you want to call it, but they couldn't do certain things I could, so they wanted me to go in and get the liquor for them and all this other dumb shit. So I remember just getting a dose of, we went to a homecoming party, and I remember we went to 2 different parties, and one had a crowd that one to them was an older crowd, I guess 20 to 26 year olds. I really don't know, but one of her cousins said to me, she said, well, we knew you'd like it because all them old people up in there. So because they were around 18 to 20, I was 23, so they considered me old. Now we all know a 23-year-old ain't old. We all know that every man is trying to get a 23-year-old. Everybody wants to be 23 again. Every man want to fuck a 23-year-old. We know that in hindsight as you get older, but when you're 23 and you're hanging out with 18, 19-year-olds, which I didn't know she was that age. I don't look at age like that. If me and you bond, we're cool, I just go with the flow. I never looked at age as an obstacle. It's a big fucking deal, but women do. Women look at age as a really big fucking deal. Women also want to be the youngest one in school. I remember I was going to school, and this one girl, I think she was 19, and I said, well, the one girl is 18, and she said, oh, she's 18. She said, well, I thought I was the youngest one here. A lot of times women want to be the youngest one in the classroom. They want to be the youngest one at work. They want to be the youngest one in the group because it makes them feel that they are more accomplished than the next person because they are at the same level you are, even though they're younger. Okay, you follow me? So I learned a long time ago that no matter how young, so having an experience of 23, I learned that no matter how young you are, it's always going to be someone younger, and they're going to look at you as being old. So that's why this old thing is a joke to me. So to you women who are in your 20s and your 30s, okay, you're going to get older one day. Okay, so are you going to like being called washed up and old and no one wants you? And just always understand someone's going to be younger than you. So you could be 26 now, okay, but what about so when you're 26, do you know that an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, or 20-year-old thinks that you old? They consider you old. At 26, an 18 or 19-year-old thinks that you're old. So what I see with women, considering someone is always younger than them or older than them, everybody beats up the person older than them. Okay, so what they do is they always call the person older than them old, because the person younger than them is calling them old. So the 26-year-old is calling the 36 or the 40-year-old old, while the 18, 19, 17-year-old and 20-year-old is calling the 26 old. And this is the shit that continues. And we need to get past this as women, because it don't matter what age you is. If you a no good ass woman, you're a no good ass woman. Your age is irrelevant in this game. Okay, let men play that game. We're supposed to be more mature, but we playing this stupid game. So one thing I want to tell you, younger women, you only have one choice, two choices: either die old or die young. Now, which one you want to do? Why you want to shame someone for being older than you? Only thing that's going to happen as long as you keep living is one thing is guaranteed: you're going to get older. Okay, so what's the alternative? If you're young and you don't want to be old, you would have to die now. So if you don't want to become old and you don't want to look old and be old, then you need to plan your funeral now and go and kill yourself, because in that way you would never be called old. But if you live a long time, you're going to be old. You're going to be older than other people. So that is not an insult to call someone old, even though I know you're saying it as an insult. It's not an insult, ladies, because they have lived. That shows they have lived a long life, and that's a good thing. But if they was to still be young, and if they want, basically, if you want to stay 25, you want to stay 29, you want to stay 18 or 20, you have to die right then. So getting older is a fucking privilege. That means that's the longer you're on this planet. Okay? Just know, when you're trying to shame so-called older women, your day is coming, sweetheart. And your day is already here, because someone is younger than you. Like I said, unless you're a 1 day old or a 6-month-old, even a 6-month-old is old to a 1-month-old. Get my drift? Even a 1-year-old is old to a 3-month-old. So unless you are 1 day old, someone is younger than you. Someone's gonna as long as you have breath in your body, somebody's gonna always be younger than you. So for you to try to call somebody, they're older than you, but you're older than somebody else. So what does being old supposed to mean? So when you shame a woman and call her old, what is that supposed to fucking mean? Is she supposed to go? What is that supposed to mean? Her life is over? And let's get to that. I've heard younger women on YouTube call another woman old and washed up just because she couldn't battle in the argument. So she goes to the age. She's saying she's younger and washed up. Her better days are past her. What does that mean? So are your better days past you? If you're 30 years old and you get into argument with a 20-year-old and she calls you old, are your better days past you? If you're 37 and you get into argument with a 27-year-old and she calls you old, I'm saying this wrong. If you're 37, and she's 27 and she calls you old, basically, are your better days behind you because you're 37, she's 27? Even though you're still young, even you're 55, you're still young. You still have breath in your body. Okay, now let's get to another thing, younger women. I want you guys to stop calling women your auntie that's not your auntie. So I've noticed on YouTube, under different YouTubers' comments, I see women say things like, oh, thanks auntie, and this and that. Let me tell you something right now. If she's not your fucking auntie, biological auntie, don't be calling nobody your damn auntie, because to me that's your way of showing her that you're younger than her. And nobody's your fucking auntie. I have never in my life called a woman who was older than me my damn auntie. I have never in my fucking life called a woman who was older than me my damn auntie. Stop that. Stop calling. I've never heard nobody call me auntie either, but stop calling people your fucking auntie. Women that are not your biological auntie, that's very disrespectful. You're just trying to show that they're older than you, and they're not even fucking old. If you think a 30-year-old or 45-year-old is fucking old, then that must mean that you're younger than them. Maybe probably at least 10 years younger than them. But then that means that if you feel someone is old because they're 10 years older than you, then I guess you're old compared to a person that's 10 years younger than you. Okay, so we all are fucking old. If we're going based upon just being older than somebody, then you're fucking old too. If you're 22, you're old compared to a 10-year-old. 6-year-old. Okay. And let me say this real quick to you young women. A little bit of a joke. Me and my ex-boyfriend, one day his daughter was in a house with us, and she was about maybe 6 years old at the time. And at the time, I think I was in my 20s. I think I was 25, 23. I think I was 25 at the time. And she asked my boyfriend, she said, "Daddy, how old is Cheyenne?" And he said, 25. So she took her little fingers and she started counting. She said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then she kept counting. She said, "Oh, Cheyenne is old." And I was 25. So to a 6-year-old, yeah, 25 is old as fuck. So to you women in your 20s who want to call women in 30s, 40s, and 50s old, okay, just know to someone who's a teenager or younger, you're old as dirt. Okay, so like I said, just remember, younger women, that you are old to somebody. So if the person that's older than you is washed up, then you're fucking washed up. Okay, let's get to the so-called older women. To the so-called older women, you're not older. Like I said, you're just older than the women who are calling you old. Okay, so if you're 45, 35, 25, 45, you're considered old to somebody who's 10 years younger than you. Okay, let's talk to you. I want you to understand something. First thing you need to stop doing is calling younger women young and dumb and full of cum, or just young and dumb. Just because you are older does not make you wiser. Repeat this again. I have noticed I had a female friend who was older than me, and she tried to make me feel like I was stupid, like I didn't know shit, just because I was younger than her. What you need to understand, older women, and that's what you want to call yourself, is that just because someone's younger than you does not mean they can't teach you anything. It was a girl I was hanging out with, and she was I'm 34. She was 26, and it was something I didn't know how to do, and she taught me. You can learn from other people. Just because they're younger than you don't mean they know shit. That doesn't mean they don't know anything. I've met several older women who don't know shit, who ain't about shit. And let me get to why they don't know shit. I've noticed several amount of older women are very bitter. Now I can understand where that comes from. As you get older as a woman, men do discriminate on age. They don't want to date women their own age sometimes, and they do try to make women feel like shit after the age of 35. I understand that because I'm 34. I understand it. However, you have to fight against that. You have to look the best you can, fix yourself up, look good, and walk up with your motherfucking head up high, because you know you still look beautiful. You got to be with people who appreciate your age. Don't be dating men who gonna put your age down. So that way, don't even go there with they motherfucking ass. You understand what I'm saying? And I've been through it. That same 26-year-old young lady, me and her hung out, and she didn't know how old I was. She just assumed I was 26 or 27, but I'm 34. She asked me my age because women are so fucking concerned with other women's age, right? And I said, I'm 34. And she said, her mouth dropped. And I said, well, how old you thought I was? And she said, I thought she was around 27 or whatever, 28. Between 26 and 28. I said, okay. And she said, yeah, I normally gravitate older women as friends. And I kind of got offended because I said, oh, I'm old. My mind like, oh, I'm an older woman. Because I'm, 10 years older than you, or however, 9, 8 years older than you. What's the big deal about age? But see, I understand older women, because she looks at me as an older woman, and some younger women do act a certain way. They think you're old, until they get that age, and then they see how that shit feel. But you need to fight against that. Understand they're dealing from a low vibration, and because of their age, they're not looking at the women who think that they're fucking old as dirt, because they're not looking at being 26 and a 17-year-old thinking that they're old. They're just focusing on you because you're older, and that makes them feel better. But like I said, just because you're older does not make you wiser. Okay, you need to stop trying to make it seem like younger. It was a woman on YouTube saying that younger women are jealous of older women. That's a fucking lie. Let's tell it for what it is. Older women, younger women, not jealous of you. Okay, I'm pretty sure older women, you probably wish you were younger again. And because let's tell what it is. Some people when they're younger, they look better. Some people when they're younger, are more desirable by the opposite sex. And when you're younger, you have more years to get it right. When you're older, you have less time to get shit together. You have less time to accumulate money. You have less time to right your wrongs. Okay, so older women, young women are not jealous of you. Okay, they're not jealous of you. They're not jealous. Okay. Now, if you nice looking, they'll be jealous of your looks. But once they find out your age, like I said previously, then they'll start throwing up in your age, in your face. Oh, you're old. So they're not jealous. They're not jealous of you at all. Okay. You're not just wiser than her because you're older. I noticed with some older women that they can be very disrespectful towards young women. They try to make it sound like you're stupid. I've had this happen to me. Make it sound like you're stupid. Make it sound like you don't know anything, and they automatically sometimes want to be rude towards you and mean just because they're insecure about their fucking age. Older women, get over your age. Okay, accept your age, embrace it, and like I said, either you're gonna die young, you're gonna die old. So be happy you're the age that you are. Be happy you lived as long as you have. Whether you're 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 105, be happy for the fucking age you are, and stop trying to make it seem like a younger woman don't know shit because of her age. You don't know every fucking thing. Because is your life perfect? Probably not. Have you made mistakes? Yes. Since you are older, why don't you try to school younger women on things that you know, and let them school you on things that you don't know. They're growing up in a different time era, so it's some things they can teach you. Stop thinking you're better than a younger woman because you older. What it is with older women, they feel they don't have shit over older women. They know younger women are looked at as beautiful when they have youth. So sometimes older women, I feel they try to compete with them when y'all in two different age range. So stop with the fucking competing, because you can't compete with them. Y'all in two different categories in your life. You should be going minding your own fucking business. So sometimes older women, when they feel they can't so-called compete with younger women, they try to go with, oh, you're young and dumb and I know more than you, when you don't know shit. You might know about certain things, but some of you've made bad fucking decisions. So how can you school somebody? I've noticed older women be bitter. I notice sometimes with older women, they do not take criticism well, because they feel they're stuck in their ways. They feel they know every fucking thing. And like I said, they have been on the planet longer than the woman who's 10 years younger than them. So they have accumulated more bitterness, more experiences. And if they have not healed from those experiences, they can be very bitter, mean women. Okay. So older women, no one's jealous of you. And every young woman is not young, dumb, and full of calm. I noticed too, with older people, and this was a man, actually, I'm talking about women, but he happened to be a gay man, so he had some feminine energy. I was working at a job, and I do notice sometimes people do favor younger people. I remember the girl was 17, and this guy was in his 60s, and at the time I think I was 30 or whatever, and I was working at this job, and he said to me, let's say the girl was named Kim. And he said, you know that Kim's only 17? Well, I thought she was 25. She looked older. How she had a short haircut. She was a white girl. She had a short haircut, and just how she carried herself, I thought she was older. And he was saying how mature she was. I said, yeah, ain't she in her 20s? And he said, no, she's 17. I said, oh, I didn't know that. And he was telling me how she was really into her work and really want to learn. I'm like, yeah, she's young, fresh, really want to move up, and just really eager. Whereas the rest of the people here been in the workforce for a long time and tired of working and hate their life. So he said to me, how old are you? And I told him my age, and he said, well, I thought you was younger and all that. And I'm like, I said, well, so being 30 is old, I guess he thought I was I said, well, how old did you think I was? He thought I was in my 20s. I'm like, well, no, I mean, why is being 30 old? How he said it. Oh, you're 30. Oh my God, I thought you was young. Oh, I'm old. I mean, okay. So he's in his 60s, and he says, well, you're old enough to be her mother, and I'm old enough to be her grandfather. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, okay, why is that bothering you that she's working side by side with you and she's so young? And yeah, I'm old enough to be her mother, but I ain't her fucking mother, so I could care less about her. And what it is, I know it's with older people, that they're insecure when they work around younger people because it makes them feel that they're not as accomplished in life. They feel they're beside you and you're younger than them, that they feel pathetic. They feel like their life, how am I making the same amount of money as a 21-year-old, as a 30-year-old, as a 40-year-old, as a 50-year-old, however old they are? How am I making the same amount of money as this person? I should be further along in life. So that it makes them feel like losers, and then they try to hate on a younger person or like really focus in on them. And I remember getting laid off from that job, and they kept her. And I was upset because I said, I was the hardest working person there, and they kept her. And I'm like, she's a 17-year-old. So I kind of age shamed her. And I admit that because I felt she's only 17. What the fuck does she know? But that wasn't true. She could have been more harder worker than me, which she wasn't. But they could have seen more value in her than in me. And so a lot of times when we're older than somebody, we try to put them down and make it seem like they're not good enough because they're not as seasoned as we are. But you could be seasoned and overcooked. Okay, so don't make it seem like you're so up on your shit because you older. I noticed this a lot with older people, especially older women. They feel they don't have the looks, I guess, or the market value to compete with younger women in that category. So they go with, I know more than you. I'm smarter than you. You should listen to me. I'm wise. You don't know shit. When, nah, just because you older don't mean you know any fucking thing. Okay, so stop with trying to make it seem like you're better than younger women because they're not jealous of you. They don't want to fucking be you, and you're insecure about some shit. And don't project that onto them. It's society is what's making older women feel like, oh, well, as you get older, your value drops. That's not younger women's fault. Like I said, with younger women, they do play the age thing. And like I just previously told them, they're getting older too, and someone's always fucking younger than them. So even if they're 23, like I said, I got age shamed at 23. And 23 is young as fuck by fucking the couple 19-year-olds. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna end this video. Like I said, someone's always older than you and somebody's fucking young, always younger than you. All this calling somebody auntie is inappropriate. All this going around calling somebody young and dumb is inappropriate. All this trying to say somebody's old and washed up is inappropriate when your ass is going to be there soon. And how you not, maybe you're old and washed up at 25. Okay, to 19-year-old, you are old and washed up. Okay, and to the older women, you're not wise just because you're older. You don't know, you can be old and dumb. Okay, I know a lot of old dumb women. I know a lot of old bitter women. Okay, no one's jealous. Younger women not jealous of you. I can tell you that for a fact. Okay, so stop trying to compete with younger women. Younger women, stop trying to compete with older women. I know younger women, you feel like you got something over them. The only thing you got over them is the fact, I wouldn't say you have anything over older women. I would just say that society just puts younger people in on a pedestal as far as looks and beauty, but that's only because younger human beings tend to look better than older human beings. However, if we was to take care of our physical appearance, eat healthy, work out, and take care of ourselves, we can age gracefully, and you can't fuck with nobody aging gracefully. And just know something, and this goes to younger women and older women. To the older women, when you want to age shame young women, just understand that you was young at one time. So don't be so hard on them and don't be fucking hating on them because you was young at one point. And to the young women, you're gonna get old someday. Okay, each day you breathe in air, you're getting fucking older. So when you get older, do you want to be called an old hag and disrespected? I think not. So let's both end this age war, this age shaming shit, and come together and be real women.